What's happening, people? Naughty Morty here. I'm back again with another Battlefield video. Now today guys, we're going to be talking about Battlefield 2042 and the question that's on a lot of people's lips at the moment: what is Hazard Zone? Following the 2042 briefing stream a few days ago, a few key details were highlighted by the panel, but the one that definitely stood out the most to me as an avid player was the inclusion of Hazard Zone. They provided a little bit of detail around what Hazard Zone is going to be, but definitely left a lot to the imagination. So I wanted to talk about what Hazard Zone might be and what I think it might play out as given what we know so far. So what do we actually know? Daniel Berlin, the senior design director, provided us with a couple of tiny insights into what Hazard Zone is going to become. Specifically, he said that it's obviously a brand new mode for the franchise. It's something that we've never seen before within the Battlefield community. It's going to involve high stakes gameplay, mounting tension and excitement as the mode progresses, and it's categorically not a battle royale. It's very much focused on the squad play elements that Battlefield is known for, and it's going to be a staple within the franchise going forward. To be honest, this isn't a lot to go on in regards to what the mode will actually look like, but Daniel definitely stated it will still build on the sandbox feel of Battlefield 2042 from a new perspective. Just judging from what they've said about the game already and what we know in terms of gaming at the moment, what types of modes we've seen in various other titles, I'm going to mention a couple of games here which I think DICE have taken a lot of inspiration from and maybe using a couple of these concepts in this game mode that they're creating. First and foremost, we have the Division's Dark Zone game mode. So as soon as I heard Hazard Zone, I straight away thought of the concept of the Dark Zone, which was made popular in the Division Tom Clancy games and has spawned many offshoots and its own genre to an extent. If we're looking at it from a Battlefield perspective, Hazard Zone could involve a number of squads spawning into one sector of a map and fighting out for resources. The aim is to collect as much as possible, with higher value loot being more difficult to obtain, and then to extract out of the Hazard Zone while enemy squads hunt you and potential weather hazards bear down on you as well. A quick nod to something else that was mentioned in the briefing: DICE could also implement the AI system mentioned as guards of caches containing loot etc, with cosmetics and unlocks up for grabs as well. Personally, I think this would emulate a similar game style to the more recent free-to-play game called Scavengers, or of a more squad-based Escape from Tarkov. Now, I had a bit of a brainstorm as well around a couple of other titles and how they could blend modes together to make Hazard Zone, and two which I thought would merge together very well is Payday the Heist and Battlefield Hardline. Now, hear me out, this is an interesting one to me, just using the offshoot of BF that's not really discussed too much as well. So again, imagine we're playing on one of the new all-out war maps in the Battlefield 2042. There's 2 or 3 squads on each side, defending and attacking, and a number of weapons, supply or money caches situated on the map. So a similar setup and game type of flow to Russia. Attackers are obviously trying to steal these caches, and defending squads will be doing a fairly self-explanatory job of trying to hold the attackers at bay. But once an attacking squad reaches one of these sites, they turn it into a hazard zone, utilising weapons, gadgets and fortifications to set up and protect themselves while they take time to take away the supplies. Now, I know I mentioned the rush game mechanics, but it wouldn't be as fast as it blowing up a standard MCOM to take hold of the supply caches, and instead allows the game to be turned on its head and make the defenders into the aggressors. Overall though, it's going to be interesting to see how Hazard Zone turns out and if it's going to be a fun, refreshing experience for the Battlefield community at large. I've got high hopes, but even more so from what DICE LA is working on. It certainly seems that's what the dev team are particularly excited about as well. Also, I'm still of the mindset that Hazard Zone may have some BR elements to it, meaning that if the mode in its infancy does not perform well, DICE could be able to pivot to a more traditional BR model as well. And it's pretty clear that this idea and this trajectory definitely works as well, Fortnite being the kind of prime example of that, pivoting from their player versus AI mode Save the World to more of a BR format too. Do let me know down in the comments below what you think Hazard Zone's going to be, and if you're excited to see some new modes that we've never seen in the Battlefield franchise before. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure, thank you for your time, and I look forward to catching you in the next one.